Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. I'm The Truth Man, also known as Prophet Howard. People talk about their channels and give their channels accolades. I'll give my accolade. I am the most shadow banned content creator in the history of YouTube. I have the most videos with frozen, inaccurate, fake view counts, as told by a Google employee. Y'all hear what I'm telling you? Do you hear what I'm telling you? Do you understand? I am the most shadow banned content creator in the history of YouTube. Don't ever let your mouth or your mind think that it's because I don't got no talent. This ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't gonna say his name, but I got into it with a guy some years back, probably 2008, 2009, that probably works for Google. He's probably running it by now. And ever since that day, things changed. But people be believing it's because you're not producing nothing good. This is one of the ways you know if you're producing something good on YouTube. You start hearing your catchphrases. You start hearing your philosophy from other content creators. Some of which they don't acknowledge you, but you know what came from you and what didn't. So don't you ever let your mouth say that it's because I don't have good content. Clearly, you have not been paying attention. Clearly. Have you noticed that a lot of content creators say viral things, do viral things, produce viral content, and it still don't go viral? And then lesser content creators who rely more on visuals like Fresh and Fit, I know ain't better than me. Take away the women, take away the marketing, the cars and stuff like that, and just put them two at a desk and let's see what they got to say. And I guarantee you a lot of people knocking them right out of the box. But you got to give them credit for having a good strategy. Do y'all get what I'm telling you? Do you understand what I'm telling you? So y'all can stop playing follow the fake leader. People ain't even playing follow the leader. They playing follow the fake leader. Fake leaders like the Tate brothers. Them dudes ain't no leaders, man. Y'all playing follow the fake leader. And it's going to lead you right into a ditch, just like the Bible said. If the blind lead the blind, where they going to go? They both going to fall in a ditch. So don't you ever let your mind think that YouTube is fair and just with these views, with these subs, with these notifications. Just stop it. Because I be hearing people. I be hearing them. But listen, let's get to Isaiah 4:1. A series of mine. And like I said, when all of y'all run out of content, when the celebrities taper off, when people start looking at this talk about dating and relationships side-eye, I'm still gonna be around. The only way I ain't gonna be around is if YouTube get rid of me. And another thing, I am indeed on the FBI watch list. Are you? All of y'all dudes think y'all so important on YouTube. Are you on the watch list? Or, I forgot, excuse me. You really gotta excuse me. Are you the watcher? Are you working with them? Y'all need, hey, listen, man. Listen, y'all know I be coming for people, man. This time I ain't gonna name no names, man, but I done heard a couple of y'all talking like everything on here is fair. I can name content creators that YouTube just dropped the hammer on them. And they say, you know what? It's not working. But we ain't gonna go there. We need to get into this Isaiah 4:1. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food. We will wear our own clothes. That ain't what they saying right now. Well, some of them starting to say it. They starting to say that independent woman stuff is a scam. So I told y'all it's going to get easier and easier. That's a prophecy. Dating is going to get easier and easier for men. As y'all continue to exalt agents and y'all continue to exalt shills, it's going to give them peoples an advantage, and they're going to start to do things that them women going to be like, wait a minute, I need somebody to help me fight. I need somebody to protect me. And that's when it's going to come to pass. So bent on putting diseases in it, that's when it's going to come to pass. Isaiah 4:1. Take away our disgrace, they's going to say. Take away our disgrace, they saying right now. They saying it. But you still got white knights, you still got simps. Oh man, you just gotta pick better. Oh man, I believe in love. Oh man, why should you get a prenup? You setting your relationship up to fail. Go sit down, young buck. Go sit down, young buck. You remember, you might have a receding hairline, but you still young buck. Go sit down, man. Oh, this content is for young men. You not helping young men by setting them up, having them seeking love, having them ready to turn a 304 into a housewife. You not helping these young men. You hurting these young men. You hurting them. Dudes, oh, look how much I make on YouTube. Oh, YouTube, did it. Falsehood. Say something dumb. It happens every time, man. Every time these dudes start getting a little notoriety, do something dumb, say something dumb, goofy. And you can try to hide all you want, because you already know if you come back at me, you already know. You already know. And the person know who I'm talking about, because I know you've been watching. I know somebody that came and told you. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't got nothing to get you, but I'm correcting you. Don't ever tell these dudes not to get no prenup. With these women, are you nuts? That's my biggest regret. And so when I started realizing that I should have had a prenup, I tried to say, well, let's get a postnup. No, didn't agree to it. But this whole thing ain't about hate. When you realize that the person you thought was down for you, respected you, wanted to help you, supportive towards you, and you start to see that they didn't, the answer is not to hate them. The answer is to dump them. You say, well, I can't just dump. I'm going to lose this, lose that. You got to find out the right time. You got to start over. And you got to have an attitude that if I don't ever have another woman, I'm going to enjoy my life. That's how we have to think as men. Now, shout out to the younger content creators that understand these things. Because it's not all of them, and I'm not bashing young content creators. I heard some good ones. But it's a couple of them, you ain't even never been married, man. You don't know. And like I told you, you're going to end up like Hafiz. You're going to get retired by this red pill. Retired by this real manosphere. The manosphere ain't them Sambo dudes that was taken up for just pearly thing. That's not the manosphere. You say, well, we the one that coined the name of it. Yeah, but you not it. You not it. That's like if a tree get cut down and somebody plant the same seeds in that same spot and the same tree grow back up again. Is that the original tree? No, it's not. It's a different tree. That's what happened in the manosphere. These guys do not like black people. And I know people use that as a dismissive phrase, but some of them really don't. They don't like black people, man. Like some of these dudes, they only want black people money. Therefore, you're no different from all the other people that come from all distant lands to start business in the United States. You're no different. You're using your skin color as a fake badge of unity. Some of these dudes. But I'm all over the place. Let me get back on task. This Isaiah 4:1 I want to talk about. Don't, and I've been here before, don't give your commitment away for naught. Don't commit to these women for naught. Don't let them talk their way into your commitment. Let them force their way with continuous loyalty, faithfulness, support, assistance, or not at all. Don't let them just talk their way into it. Because that's what's happening. These guys be wanting a relationship so bad, and then they get their feelings hurt. She got a knife behind her back like this. And you say, okay, I can turn my back on her. I trust her. And the minute you trust her, she's stabbing you in the back. You try to, and then I'm going to show you something. I'm finna prove to you what I'm saying. Some of them will show you that they not down for you, and you still be trying to be down for them, and then they show you once again that they're not down for you. Once your relationship starts to fail, it needs to end. Let me say that again. Once your relationship starts to fail, it needs to end. Because one thing I know about people in 2023 is people don't change that much. They ain't gonna change all that much. These people are more prone to habitual behaviors, habitual demeanor. They prone to continue in whatever they've been doing. They're not gonna change for the better. That's the majority of people. And a lot of times, and a lot of us, we saw who they were, but we didn't want to see it. Now we seeing it, and guys want to complain. When what we should have did, and if these guys were in their lane properly, I could have been all the way up there. What we should have did is when they first start showing you, like, let me show you something. You first start dating, you first start call yourself going with, as we call it in my generation, this particular woman, that particular woman, and you see her flirting. You see her in the men's faces. You getting into it with other men because of her. She showed you right then and there. She showed you right then and there. But you didn't want to see it. So now, years later, you in divorce court. But she showed you who she was. See, she told you her life was a lie. She told you one thing, and she showed you something else. So that's why I say do not just loosely give away your commitment, man. Stop listening to your grandmother who grew up in the 60s, where they had the little white shoes, the little like Peppermint Patty on Charlie Brown, where they was walking around with the pigtails and the plaid skirt. and they show their sleeves pulled up with the shirt with the one little stripe in the middle, looking so innocent and pure. Those women did stuff too. But those women grew up in a different time. So don't be letting your grandparents, don't be letting your parents who probably grew up in the 70s or the 80s when love was still a thing. You know, there was stuff going on, but it was still a thing. Don't let these people give you a false impression of the now. Now you have to be very picky. Now you present yourself, be who you are, be a real guy, you can be a good guy, you can be romantic and stuff like that. All I'm saying is make them earn it. Do not put your financial well-being at stake. Do not put your emotional well-being at stake, because you done built a family and now she trying to tear down the family that you done built and blaming you while she do it. Blaming you when it was her selfishness, her this, her that. But she's saying it was you, but it was really her. So don't give away your commitment so easily. Learn how to control yourself. If you get them burning passions, them sexual urges, go relieve yourself. But don't put yourself in a situation, because let me tell you, the sex with most women as she grows older and as you spend more time with her and as you do more for her is going to decline. In her mind, she's going to start to desire the attention of other men. In her mind. Again, let me say this again. She gonna start to desire the attention of other men. And if you pay close attention, out of the abundance of a person's heart, the mouth speaks. She gonna begin to say disrespectful things. She's gonna begin to give you less credit and give other people more credit. She's gonna begin to compare you to others, except she's comparing you in a way that would suggest that these other guys are better than you. And this is why I say, you know how you can avoid all of this? Stop taking them so serious. Recreational use only. If you feel like having some company, have a couple numbers at hand, call somebody. You know? And then here's another thing. All these dudes telling you not to talk to women and stuff. Okay, how else are you gonna meet the recreation that you seek? You're gonna have to say something. These guys be scared to get turned down, scared to get rejected. They gonna ghost you, they gonna reject you. Rejection is supposed to build a resilience in you where you just don't care. When you think all she could say is no. And some of them, you gonna have to let them know, hey, all right. Now hey, listen, you told me you weren't interested. That's all you had to say. You know, all that other stuff you saying, you ain't even have to say all that. Nice meeting. Sometimes you do have to respond. Don't ever respond with violence. Don't ever respond with violence, because it's not that serious. Because just like she rejected you, somebody else gonna accept you. Remember Isaiah 7:4-1. 7 women will take hold of one man. So unless you don't believe the prophecies of the Bible, then you would continue to assume that there's nobody out there for you. Now, if you believe the Bible, then you understand that it's women whose hearts getting softened right now. They're getting humble. They're getting humble. Some of them done did too much, not worth your time. Other ones, they starting to see, well, he don't gotta be 6 feet. He don't have to make 6 figure. He don't gotta have 6-pack abs. Because they starting to realize that the dudes that got all that stuff, all the women want them. And what tends to happen at times is they tend to develop itchy ditchies, chirpies. So when a woman get burned, sometimes she get a little ganahana. She say, well, you know what? Those socially awkward guys ain't so bad after all. But be careful. If you not a Pookie or a Rayway, if you more of an introvert, more of a socially awkward guy, you talk quiet, this, that, and the other, you especially better be picky, because they gonna see you as chopped liver. They gonna come after you. You gonna think, man, I'm winning. But you really getting a loser. This is why I say, do not give up your commitment so easily. And that's where I'm gonna end this. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. No thinking life revolve around women. No simping, same thing. No thinking life revolve around these women. All subjects channel. Take a look at my subjects and tell me we ain't talking about everything over here. We talk about some of everything. We even talked about the Stockholm Syndrome. And this is what you got to do to those women who just want to fight, argue, make problems for you. Do this just like this.